Alright, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let us begin.
Three, two, one.
So Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, this version I'm playing off, this is the WiiWare version off the Wii. But looking at it, it looks like it's based off the Nintendo DS version. So this is kind of like this was converted to WiiWare basically. So let us begin. I'm just gonna go here and hold on. I got my sound is missing. There we go. And we'll just leave court record 2. We'll start a new game there. I'm gonna watch my time here because every time I start, like when I was choosing a game for today's episode for quick play, let's quick play. I was thinking like, didn't I do Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney a couple times already? But I thought back to it and I realized, yes, I did. But this was before I started a YouTube channel. Okay. So I did one episode. I think it was called. I forgot what the previous shows were called. One was called, I don't know. I did this twice before, so every time I play through Phoenix Wright, I always end up playing it for about an hour or so. So I'm gonna watch my time here. First turnabout. I've been wanting to get into this series. I know that there is an HD version of Phoenix Wright on the PS4, but I want to play it on here because I love my pixels. See, look at that. Look. I like the pixel art. It looks cheap for some. It looks cheap to me for some reason when it's on the PS4. Like it's a Flash game or something. All right, and here we have this dude just killed someone, and he's gonna pin it on the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend. I'll make it look like he did it. Oh, you evil man. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, that place. Oh, one thing I will say about the Ace Attorney series is it has decent sounding music. Like, I love this track right here. And here's Phoenix, like green behind the gills, pretty much fresh out of law school. So here we are. Boy, am I nervous. Right. And here is Chief. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. She's a very good-looking, 2D animated character. Too bad she doesn't look that hot on the Phoenix Wright movie, well, the live-action one. It says a lot about you and your client as well. One thing that not bugs me, but like looking at Mia here right now, she looks very much like a white woman. But the way people that like Japanese draw anime, it kind of almost looks like they're white. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did all this? No, who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. But we all know that it's a man in a pink suit. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Aha, that's a real funny joke. In 23 years, not really, it's not a funny joke. I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I could say though, you know what? When I think about it, I'm probably guilty as making the same lame jokes on this channel as that Larry Butts joke. Anyway, it's usually not his fault, he just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. Okay, courtroom number 2. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Wow. Okay, I guess you need to come forth, like, fully ready and everything. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading, mom spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Oh, why, that's me. The defendant is me, right? Right, have you come... Oh, man, I gotta know these, I never seen her look sad before. Right, have you completely lost your mind? Focus. The defendant is the person on trial. You're his lawyer. Oh yeah, right. This is no laughing matter. You did pass the bar, didn't you? Nope. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask once more. Alright. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Oh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait, oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the plus button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? Plus Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death. 7:31. Okay, July. Between 4 and 5. Cause of death. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. Go back. Okay, was it block or stone? Wait a minute. Profiles. Cindy Stone, okay. I almost answered Cindy Block for her. Anyway, okay, Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Type weapon submitted as evidence by Prosecutor Payne. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Press the plus button to check the court record and do it frequently. Okay, Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. He looks pretty confident to me. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is not true that your victim had recently dumped you. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Well, Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had to completely abandon you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? So wait and see what I stop him from answering. My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Ugh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? Yep. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not so good looking. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do now? Have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So I, didn't see her. Oh, Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Oh, rabble, rabble. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Oh, there's that snake. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspapers, just subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. He's lying also. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there somewhere. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. So remember, press the witness with the minus button or by waving the Wii remote. I'm not going to do that. Then check your facts again with the plus button and point out the contradiction. Alright. Cross-examination. Okay, I was going to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door wide open to him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Okay, press. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. It was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Okay, I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it's 1 p.m. So let us present. Okay, swing the remote like you're presenting evidence just to do that. You can also present with circle, minus. Okay, blackout record. You said it was 1 o'clock, right? From noon to 6. Noon to 6. And the day of the murder. Let's see. Cause of death 4 to 5. Present. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy report notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Uh-oh, he's sweating. Oh, that! Oh, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. Nope, after his testimony I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Well, anyway, I was looking at the time and, I'm going to stop right here because I could probably play this to the end of this case here. And we all know who did it, but it's just finding a way to prove him guilty. But I played through this case a couple of times already. When I do a playthrough of this game, eventually one of these days, I will breeze on right through it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it, and we will catch you next time with a different game. So until then, we'll see ya. Have a good one. Bye bye.